Did you ever have that time where you're like, doggone it, I'm going to have to say something? And you don't want to, but you got to say something. I've tried to ignore this for as long as possible, but there's a lot of information out there that is coming from one little area in the Jay Slater case. And then this other person's on board with it. But as always, when you go do your research on that, whatever it is, it leads you somewhere else. And that led me literally from OK Joe, is what I call him, to El Cray Cray. I'm just saying, we're going to talk about her, to Ayub, to Luggy. Oh yeah, that's where I went, from Joe to Luggy. And I got to thinking, okay, the best scenario right now for anybody in the Jay Slater case would be if Jay was alive. That would be the best scenario. It would be the best scenario for his parents. It'd be the best scenario for everyone, including Jay, to rescue him. And we have heroes, and it's wonderful. But to suggest that this boy is alive and base it off information that cannot be true. Cannot. Let's just get real before I start digging in, because we're just going to get into the Luggy part, because I'm hot right now. First of all, if you are, and I'm talking about El Cray Cray, if you are so deep into something, you are not going to be on here divulging all of this and not fear, okay? If you've been a part of that world, let me tell you, you're not going to come broadcast it. You're just not. Now, here's the thing. The suggestion that she's Debbie's sister, stop. Please. It's not true. That is absolutely unfounded. Number 2. Jay's body has been inspected and an autopsy done by the Spains. Which, okay, don't trust it. Discount it. But then, by not one, but 2 pathologists in the UK. So now, we would have to have 3 different entities all on board that is not Jay. I can't do that. I can't just flush an entire scenario that takes the heat off the real individuals that are working behind the scene. And all they need to do is come out with some little cryptic bull crap and then have one of the key players interacting. Boom! It's like this explosion. So welcome to 1111 True Crime. I am a truth speaker. I'm going to lay it out there. This is nonsense and silly, and I'm not going to be a part of it. But I am going to bring you up to speed on how I wound up landing on Luggy and realizing that Luggy and Ayub, high five. They get along just banana and ice cream. By the way, that's delicious. But now, everybody's like, well, the family didn't see Jay. The dad didn't see Jay. The mom didn't see Jay. So therefore, we don't really know if that's Jay in that coffin. Okay. But there are tests done by pathologists. They don't just go in and look. they do tests, and 2 UK pathologists came to the same result that it is Jay. Now, I did a little research. My eye is itching. Maybe I'm getting something out of it, clearing the air so everybody can see clear. I did a little research on GoFundMe, period. I don't care who has one. I don't care if it's still open. I don't care if it's at $1 trillion. I do not care, Sam, I am. Because when you give to a GoFundMe, it's from your heart because you support that person. That's their business. But if it says, oh, I don't know, $72,000, guess how much you really get? You think you're going to get all that? No. Nay. GoFundMe takes a huge slice of that. So let's just lay it out there that if it's at 72, you probably are looking at about 38, 39K, because GoFundMe is going to take so much of it. Now, I'm just throwing that out there. So I get tired of hearing how something's up to 72K. How much did it cost for all this? Right? To have 2 pathologists look into it. And who knows what's going on behind the scenes. Because if there is a true investigation, the best thing that could happen for Jay is it to be silent over there. If that's really happening. That hurts me as a creator because I'm like, I want to know. I want to know what's going on. Now, I'm going to set a deadline in my heart as to when I should know something. And I would say, and unfortunately, it's going to take time. I would say if it happened in June, and then all this is, he got found in July, that we should know something within 4 months. I'm just guessing. So around this time, we should be hearing something, in my humble opinion, but I'm just a mom. Now, as far as what we're going to go through, there's a lot of data here. There's a lot of flashy. There's a lot of Brandon fighting somebody. I'm just going to try to spill the beans out first and put this OK Joe story into a very brief summary. All right? So we're going to go from OK Joe all the way through all those characters to Luggy. And I'm just going to ask you, is OK Joe Luggy? I'm starting it off. I don't think it's Ayub, because it doesn't say like enough, and he would have screwed up by now. Just saying. But how fun to play with all those out there and just get somebody on that's wanted to be a TikToker, a YouTuber, an influencer for a lot longer than the Jay Slater case. Go watch QUACK's old videos. She's been trying for a while to get something rolling. Well, she got something rolling okay. Really think about things. Number one. So, this, we'll call him TikTok Joe, okay? I call him OK Joe, so I'll just leave it at that. OK Joe, because he says okay after every dang sentence. He started a long time ago in the Jay Slater case saying Jay was alive. That Brandon had gotten into a fight with this guy named Liam Byrne. Now, Liam Byrne's dad went to jail. He was a famous kind of, maybe a football player or something. Anyway, he went to jail. His time's almost up and he's about to get out. But anyway, so Liam Byrne has been alleged by this Joe guy to be a rug reeler. Yep, a big wheeler, right? And that Brandon, and this would have happened back in the UK, okay? Really outside the UK. Traveling the world. All right. So Lee allegedly got stolen. Let me put it this way. Brandon allegedly took Liam's white stuff, a brick of it, of rut-row raggy, right? Took some rut-row raggy rugs, a brick of it. And then Brandon allegedly said it was wet and he wouldn't pay for it. Now, that's the backstory. Then we're supposed to jump over to a video that's been on the internet since June 9th. Now, some people are like, you can too adjust that date. If the creator uploads a video, they can go in and they can adjust that date. Yes, you can. But you cannot put it before the time that it actually aired. Okay? So anyway, this video of Brandon outside jumping jacks is about a whole 13 seconds. We'll watch it. It's showing him kind of like backing off of what looks to be like somebody wanting to do fisticuffs, right? So Joe is alleging that footage that just happens to already be on the internet of what appears to be Brandon trying to back out of a fisticuff is with Lee Burham over this wet brick of rut-row raggy, and that Jay jumps into it and is in the mix now. And Brandon and Jay then make fun of Liam because his dad is serving some time. Okay? You following me? So now Brandon owes a big time money, but somehow Brandon gets away. But Jay is captured. And then according to OK Joe, he's okay. Jay's okay, but he's never coming back to England. We'll get into it. I mean, it's just... And then Joe talks about other people like Ritus, and then Ritus is all mysterious. He's got this little profile. I'm going to show you a picture. This just gets absolutely absurd. It just does. First of all, Jay did not arrive until the 13th of June into Tenerife. Did not. He arrived on the 13th of June. That video of Brandon was from June 9th, 5 full days prior. Welcome to 1111 True Crime. It's going to get messy, but I'm like, I don't know. Let me take care of this. Literally, the troll was hidden. Okay, that way y'all don't have to work overtime. Let me find him. Well, somebody get him out of here. Show him the door. All right. Electric paramedic says it's going to get crazy, y'all. The writing language of Luggy could be Joe. Luggy also use okay often when he speak kind of in a condescending way. Okay? In my opinion. Okay. Hi, Timothy Clark. Spanish police has just seized 13 tons of the old Charlie. Maybe the Spanish police in Tenerife didn't say too much about Jay Slater because maybe BW, some saying people involved the higher-ups. Yeah, I don't know what he did. Liam Burham, the footballer? No, the dad. The dad allegedly was, yeah, it's not him. So let's just, where do I have that? All right, I got it. Let's go over to, let's go to half screen. All right, we don't want website. We're going to get into that too. That's Joe's TikTok, and I got a hold of Ayub's TikTok, and I'm going to show you the conversations. All right, so we want video. We got it. Today is weird because I'm kind of hot that this has gotten this far. I felt like we need to really start discerning more seriously. Okay, here we go. This is, again, a clip of Brandon. You can see this guy right here. This is allegedly Liam Byrne. All right, now let's go over to PowerPoint. Okay. Hey HF, apparently Jay stuck up for Brandon in UK over rugs, not in Tenerife. Then Jay is set up for revenge attack by TH and company. All right. And you can choose to believe however you would like. Truly. Here we go. So this dude, I blew up his picture. I went over to Joe. Okay, Joe, we'll go there in a little bit. And Ritus was laughing, putting laughing marks. So I'm like, all right, Joe's been talking about Ritus all this time. And so I clicked on it, went over to his little icon, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Blew it up. That's for your info. Don't know what you want with it, but for those of you, there it is. But what I'm more interested in is this is a gentleman, allegedly Liam Byrne. Now, his dad is Stephen Gerrard, allegedly. That's his little girlfriend, Lily, I think, or something like that. Whatever. The thing is, when we go back over to our little video, let's do that real quick. There are those that actually know Liam. And that's not him. Number one, Liam has a very light, sandy kind of hair. This dude's got very dark hair. Very dark hair. Darker than Brandon's. Andy's more well lit. Then, this is not the dude. This is not the date that Jay is there, even whatever. That's not the dude. Let's grab this. I'm frustrated because I feel like, where is it? I feel like it's just trying to distract you and that maybe it's Luggy that's pulling this little game. And Ayub, because they are working together. I'm going to show you how Luggy and Ayub are supporting each other in the chat. Okay, let's go back over to PowerPoint. Let me close this up. Cover up Ritus. Now look at this. This dude, his hair is way up high on one side, almost to the point is a receding hairline at what, 19? All right? And then his hair comes straight across his brow and almost to a point above his eye in both pictures, because that's how his hair, and it's short, so it's going to go one way. And he doesn't know that he's got to style it a certain way for us. So just taking his hair alone, it don't work for me. Number two, honestly, this dude just, I don't buy it. It's not the same kid. Lily Gerrard is Liam Byrne's girlfriend. Okay, I don't know the whole backstory. I just know that allegedly this is the kid that's supposed to be, according to OK Joe, that's fighting Brandon, and that's the entire basis of the story. And that's already been out there for the entire time before, and it just happened to got videotaped. No. This is somebody playing with us that's taking the information that's out there and building some scenario that's half lit. I'm just saying. You feel me? Okay, I'm coming back over to the top side. And we're going to go okay. I'm going to take you over. I don't even know. This is such a damn mess. Right, David Matheson. You and I always are on the same track, 100%. This is to muddy the waters. The truth must be in sight if they had to do this at this stage. Thank you. Lee might be clean. His dad is not. He is in with the whatever. Bigger ears too. Okay. Silver Cent, will this lad please step forward? Anyone who was there, please release the footage. Okay, Liam is the boyfriend. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. I am definitely not an authority on this. Timothy Clark, Mama D, I think Lily is Stephen Gerrard's daughter. Liam's dad is in prison, I think. Stephen Gerrard, a very well-known England and Liverpool soccer player. All right, there we go. Was one of the world's best in his position. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. Like I said, everything I'm sharing with you is to the best of my knowledge, right? Thank you for fixing that. I greatly appreciate it. Buckshot George, they're trying to change the narrative. Right. All right, so we're not going to spend a great deal of time over here. I always don't know. Because it's on OK Joe. And I'm just going to say a little cray-cray is all with Joe. And it's all too weird. And then I'm seeing Ayub drop that picture of the rat. I'm not even going to show it. It's just a picture of a rat that says, OK, Joe. Now listen to me. We're going to go over here. We're just going to grab a few of them. And then we're going to get into Ayub's thing, okay? So I need to switch to that button. Did I do it? No. Did I do it now? Yes. Okay, website. Boom! We nailed it. Okay. So let's go down here. I always like to start way far back. And I did that Lil Cray Cray too. And I'm just saying, she a little wannabe. And I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. Who cares? I don't care where Tommy worked. I think Ayub needs to get a job too. All right. Joe 1987 says, tell me why you're sending people to shut me up. I know everything already, okay? You are too late. Quack Quack responds, you don't know me, okay? Or actually, it's not Quack Quack respond. He's saying to Quack Quack more. You don't know me, okay? But I know everything about you. D, Liam, I think he's meaning daughter, White Elaine, Rasa, and Ritus, and Brandon, okay? You won't shut me up. Quack Quack, ENT is like, whose man is this, yo? So it is strange because Ayub does watch what Joe posts, and he does make a lot of comments like, who are you, dude? But if somebody was making up some really bizarre crap, you might also do that. Because Ayub's even responded to me. And I'm not nobody, right? So I can't say, oh my God, it's the first time Ayub's ever responded to anybody. And so, wow, that's a big deal. But Ayub's the one that said he came here alive, he left here alive. So it's in Ayub's best interest to feed this narrative in a sense. But he has to look like, I don't know what you're talking about, right? Now, Joe never actually says that Ayub, that I know of, did anything to Jay, but more or less that he's involved in some way. And he never names Ayub. He always calls him like the Somalian man and stuff like that. This is weird. This is weird to me. So to me, I'm like, okay, there's somebody playing here. That's how I feel. There's somebody playing here. Somalia hotel person acting innocent. See? Good evening, my friends. I'm on TikTok. All good now, okay? Let me see what all it says. This is Somalian person from a hotel with Jay trying to hide, okay? That he doesn't know anything, okay? But he knows everything. And Ritus don't never reply back. Ritus DN. I don't even know what that DeRay means. White and two more people had two meetings, okay? One early this morning before dawn, other one early on, okay, with cop who said Jay was found in mountains, okay? I have more news about Jay, but we'll say on my other post, okay? Because Somalian hotel person and Ritus are watching everything. God bless. Lulu. Who are all these names? Obviously, I know of Brand. Who is Milk Lovin', right? I'm not going to tell you who I think that Milk Lovin' is. I'm just Milk Lovin', okay? I know. Go with whatever you want. Okay, let's look at something else. I've looked at almost all of these. I'm not sure what jail it is. Whoops. Let's go back. I'm not sure what jail it is. He did mention in a post that he knows someone in the jail who has given the whole information to him. All right, you must contact Mr. Damascus, as I believe he could be the one linking information, and find out as much as possible without being detected. Y'all, you're being yanked if you're following this. All the true I said in the past on Facebook, okay, D person and Raza, whatever, messages about me, okay, right, it's DN. Try and shut everyone up, okay, the person who pays to take J to Ireland. Now, see, I think these are the same people that Can of Beef got trolled by. And now I think they're the people trying to troll us in a different way. Lee, the son of Liam Berm, okay, that is who had fight with Brandon Hodgkinson and got Jay taken, okay. So everything I'm telling you comes out in his post. So let's get over here to Quack Quack. Okay. Let's just look at some of this. All right, so okay. I'm showing these for a reason. We're building up. We get the ones where I think it's this
trying
one.
to cover it up. So don't forget to...
Is it this one that has... another moo, another milk. I think anything to do with milk and quack quack are interesting. There are those that are actually interactions with Ayub posting and then Leggy. And Leggy's in complete support of Ayub. And I'm like, I bet you that's who's making these other posts because it's on TikTok. Let's see if this is one. I should have screenshot it. See, some of them were in the reply. I really didn't do my homework well. I should have screenshot it with Leggy. How's that monkey going? This is Lou Cray Cray. I think they're all in on it. I really do. I think that they have made a way to distract from the truth. Now, when it comes to Papagayo, Arctic Nick put out an excellent post, a comment, and that was, let me get over here, I'll come back to that. I'll look for the post with Leggy's comments, but I'm just saying, it all tracks from Ayub back to, oh wait, I know, because it was on one of mine. And that way I can prove it. Okay. This is where I for sure saw it. So he made this about me, blah, blah, blah. Leggy, right here. Are you seeing it? Leggy, 2882. Okay? He's laughing. There are times, this is Ayub's post about me, and then there's Leggy. All right? Let me see, there was another one. It wasn't just on this. It was on other related things. Okay. I think it was on this. I could be wrong. I may have to kick it down to be able to see it. Leggy. Here it is on this post, okay? Let me hit it so you can see it. Leggy 2882, right? The real deal. More than enough bad actors. Vax, Mush, Quack Quack, answering Leggy. Very, very bad actress, fella. You see? So you have to pay attention. I did a lot of digging. And it's all throughout his little comments. Leggy's always in the sidebar. And I really honestly want you to discern, because I can't do that for you. You can only discern. We've had 2 pathologists hired by the family confirm separately, individually in the UK. That is Jay. I'm sorry. It stinks. But if they'll go that far to get us off track, how close are we really? Because I'm still saying, and it's weeks and weeks later now, we got nothing that shows Jay leaving that Papagayo. Nothing. And LK, we've established, looks extremely similar to Jay enough, especially outside of a club, right? Hopping, LK getting into whatever, silver or a black Cupra, who knows? Whatever the hell kind of car he got into, let's say LK gets in the car. Oh yeah, I saw that boy leave. He left with 2 men. Right? So, then you have Ophelia. Oh yeah, I saw that boy walking the wrong way up in the mountains. We don't have a face shot to say, hey, it's really Jay. So for me, LK putting himself on the Tic Tac in Masca between the dates of June 14th and June 21st during the NRG, being shown on video at the airport, really makes me feel solid in a certain kind of way that he had something to do with this "we saw Jay." I mean, even the Guardia avocados gave up looking at Masca for a little bit for Jay because they're like, oh, everybody on the island's saying they're seeing this kid. What do you want to bet they're seeing LK all over the place, which is pulling them off the searches. Hold on. Lucky. Stop that right now, young man. He starts digging his mat. I don't know why. Like he's gonna bury a bone, and it's a mat. Okay, let's get some thoughts here. SK. I don't trust Sluggy, Joe, Lucre, and the truth is out there is connected to Joe. The truth is out there is really weird, Silver Cent. All right, I'm going to take you down a little road. All right? You're going to have to be already familiar with this case to be able to walk this little journey with me. Get comfortable, get a blanket. Yes, it's alive. Yes, you can hit replay and watch this again, because what I'm about to share with you, you may have to pause to figure out who I'm talking about, because it's going to get very cryptic. But if you know, you know, you know. All right? We got Mr. Tenegrief. Who is into property development, who shows up to just randomly switch from property development to be a kind guy and just search for this lost 19-year-old. What's weird for me is that the we're gonna call him Roman, is a disgraced mayor into property development, but he has no problem letting this dude in. Yet he all the other searchers, he's like, oh, we're gonna start counting heads that go through here. Yeah, you're gonna have to sign in and pay, and all right. So then got this said property developer that's hooking up with some guy named Sluggy. Now, Sluggy likes boats. He likes them a lot, and he has several boats. And you know what's really weird is when you really think about the rugs that get smuggled into that island have to come by a boat, and then they're transferred from a mothership basically when they smuggle. This is fact. I'm not a tinfoil hat kind of gal. I'm telling you legitimately what our drug enforcements tell us. This is in reports and PDFs. So the smugglers come in a big mothership, right? Well, we have this little island here that's right in the Golden Triangle. What do I mean by that? Check out its location. It's right there. And in that, we have all these cruise ships and other ships docking and all that. Yeah. So if they're out to sea and approaching, they can drop off a buoy full of rugs, and then a little speedboat comes up, picks that up, and heads on into its own docking area. Now, they have to have a little safe house, and they like to make it look like it's just something weird. Nothing to see here. Little stash house, right? In that process, it's then taken from that stash house by someone that now is the distributor. And that distributor sends it out to all the little small little tea cafes and coffee cafes and weed cafes and all that. And so all those people are all connected to the property developers and the people with the boats. All right. So all of this is all connected because the end game is to get that said product from the mothership to the little speedboat to the little stash house to the club, right? And now to the people. So now the club's in the part. So if you're following my little chain of pearls here, my links of pearls of wisdom, something happened that they can't provide the footage of outside or inside of that club. We're just going to call it that club. And because if you follow that little chain of breadcrumbs or pearls all the way back through all of that, you can catch every single player in the game because we've talked about it. We've talked about them. You've got the VIP that owns a little shop, right? A little weed shop, in my opinion. That would make sense. Because if rugs are being smuggled to a stash house, then the VIP that would own the shop would need to collect some product once in a while. But it's got to be hush-hush or the deal goes sour and it's poof with the magic carpet. The curtain opens up, the illusion is gone, poof. So it's not good for said island to release who the VIP is because it's the link to everything. But now we have a transfer to somebody you can trust to play the part. Who do you always see with the VIP? So, why is Jay gone? That's a great question. Could it be that LK did something like stole a watch? Just asking. Swiped one, got kicked out of the club. But the people handled it themselves to get revenge on LK. And what if LK, Jay? Now LK's in a problem because he's kind of brought all this Jayism right up into Masca, right? So I don't know. Something happened to Papagayo, in my opinion. I don't know what. But there's just no more after that. It's all just lies. It's all just scenarios. And if it is all true, if anything I just said is true and it all added up to this, where something happened to Jay outside, inside that club, and all these people, and I talked about Sluggy, and I talked about Mr. Tennegrief, who's called Tennegrief as a nickname, meaning he wants to have influence on that island with some people, right? He wants to play the role, which he did. Still doing, in my opinion. If all that little chain is connected, then if these are the ones bringing in product and it all comes down to, oh, this kid ain't making it out of here, now they're going to have to put him in Masca. Well, we're back at stage 2. Not the mothership, but the speedboat. Who had the speedboat, Sluggy, to place somebody there? Who got the tip where Jay was? Who could guarantee it? Is the side chick, right? The tubby wubby, who's not even sweating out there on the damn Masca Mountain after saying it's 1 billion degrees and you're going to be cut up because of the terrain. It's volcanic rock. But yet he lifts his arms, puts his hands up, and he's not got a drop of sweat. Nothing's rolling down his all bald head. Nothing. Because it's all part of the stage. So we got to keep it real. Something happened outside of Papagayo. Jay is in that coffin. These are my humble opinions. This is where I'm staying. I think Lou is cray-cray. I think she's a wannabe and jumped on this because it was getting attention. I'm just saying. She does know about her world. And who knows? Maybe she's friends with Ayub. I don't know. I have no idea. But just the fact that she's trying to sell that she's Debbie's sister, bull crap. Those are not dumpsters. Those are food booths in that church video, which was a week after Jay was missing, when mom's there, dad's there. That's not Brad running around with Jay out there. So, I don't know where that takes you, but I'm still going to focus on the truth. And the truth is, something went down after or during that club scene. Jay talked to his mom, right? Said he had been sunburned on Sunday. Then he went to the after party at that club. All right. The one who knocks. Sorry, I'm only just at the start of the video. I came in late, so at the beginning. And the Rut-row Raggy, it's funny, sounds like Scrappy Doo. Exactly. So, I'm just saying, SK, I'm giving Mama D British citizenship for impersonations and sarcasm. She got to have some British blood. Susan Mary, nice one, because I looked into these songs a long time ago and found it was a rabbit hole. So the music was uploaded with just instrumental, and then later it's updated with the fake words about Jay. So I'm not going to waste my time. We love you too. All right, you guys, it's time to get ready. Let's get Chet off the board. We're going to jump over for a little bit of what the heck moments. We're going to call it that. What the heck moments in the Jay Slater case. The more I stumble upon what you guys are thinking, and I'm like, whoa, the more I'm going to share it with you. So I always want, now today I didn't share as many of your comments because like I said, when I get hot and I'm like, wait a minute, let's round everybody back up to really understand this, right? 2 pathologists plus even the Spains have said, this is Jay in that coffin. And the parents are the ones that hired the pathologists. They had a double opinion. They both are like, yes, it's Jay. Just saying. But could that be Luggy playing around? Do you think LK is a Pink Panther? Sam R. Boom! That's amazing. That is amazing. That might be the name of our next video. Dang. You guys get ready to jump over to my second channel. This is a video. It is pre-recorded. I've taken your comments where I want your voice, your questions, your theories, and then I put it to an answer. Whether that was the video you were looking for, or if that's some point you want to make and I've got a clip, or it's just me giving you my opinion back. I enjoy this time with you so incredibly much, and I look forward to that time with you because I do that in the evenings when the kids are sitting down, quiet, everybody's fed, the dogs are sleeping. I get down on my comments with you, and then I make videos about that over on 1111 Crime Story. Now, when this video ends, there'll be a thumbnail, and you can jump over onto that. It's a premiere and continue to chat with each other. And I think that's beautiful because we're all one family. I do it because YouTube does not like the I'm live, I'm doing a video. I'm live, I'm doing a video. They want to know, are you going to be live all the time? Or are you doing a video? So I'm like, you know what? I've got my live channel here with you. And I've got my video channel. And I hope you'll support both. I love you. To the moon and back. Get ready to do that quantum leap. Hope nobody was offended. But hey, even if you are, I can't even apologize. It's seriously my humble opinion. And that's a wrap. Peace out, my beautiful.